guys, I hope you are doing amazing. So today I will show you how I did this bee makeup look, and I really hope you guys like it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on any requests transformation you want me to do next. And also be prepared because spooky season is definitely on the way. So I'll be posting a lot in October um, for crazy makeup transformation. So the first thing that I did is priming this eye, and then I used the Smashbox concealer, and then just a um, powder the shade of your skin. And then I'm going in with this orange shade. I'm gonna be using a lot of Anastasia Beverly Hills palette for this look, but beware of that. So the first shade I used, I mixed both of these shade in the Subculture palette, but any orange will do. Also love this neon green shade, but a neon yellow would have been also amazing since we're going with any shade that a bee can have. So I'm gonna apply that in my inner corner using a really packed up pigment brush, and then we're gonna blend this orange shade through our brows, not through our brows, in our crease. And I'm going in with a little bit of a darker brown just to make the orange slightly like darker, and kind of fade it away, so then when we add the black it's just not like three shades. So yeah, definitely adding a dark brown and slowly build it up to a black make all the difference in the world. So then we blend, and I will say doing a makeup on only one eye at a time is weird. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just not what I'm used to. So blending and blending and blending, and then adding more colors, um, one at a time. Then we're gonna use another Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This one is the Rivera palette, and I'm using this yellow gold pigment. Definitely adding some kind of setting spray. I'm using the Mary Kay one because it's just the best setting spray for any like sparkly eyeshadow shade. I love it more than the Fix Plus, and I know this can be controversial, but you need to try it before you come at me, because this is amazing. So blending the edge and then going back and forth between those shades just because I really want this yellow to pop. And yeah. As a brow bone highlight, I'm just using the color of my skin powder that we use to set our primer. And then we're gonna fill our lash line with some black eyeshadow just to define the lashes and make it more fuller, but we're gonna add some false lashes anyway. And then I'm gonna do my brows. I'm using the Mary Kay brow pencil for this, but you've seen me doing my brows 300 times, so we're gonna skip that. And then we're gonna move on to lashes. So I'm curling this one lash, and then I'm gonna go in with the Buxom mascara, and I love this mascara, by the way. But yeah, and then later on this video I'm gonna apply lashes. I just didn't want them to bother me while I was doing the prosthetics makeup. So, and the next thing that we're gonna do is the fun stuff. So we're gonna start by applying a little bit of liquid latex around the eyes. Be careful with that because you don't want it in your eyes or in any sensitive area. And then the fun starts. By the way, if you want to know how I create all those crazy prosthetics, make sure to add over on my Instagram stories because I post all my process and all the good stuff on there. So I'll leave my handle in the video and also in the description box. So yeah, if you want to know how I create this using flowers and liquid latex, head over on my Instagram and you'll know all the secrets. Perfect. So the next thing you're gonna use is some tissue paper or toilet paper and some liquid latex just for the edge. You don't have to do this all the way through the entire prosthetics like I did there. Little mistakes, I really preferred using the flour and the liquid latex mixture, just because you can really like lay it out and make it more like it comes out of your skin instead of like seeing the edge of the prosthetics, if that makes sense. So yeah. So then we're gonna do the little techniques of the flour and the liquid latex mixture, and then we're gonna be able to like create the shape of the honeycomb in the flour and liquid latex mixture, just because when it's dry you can really create shape. If you have trouble and it doesn't dry as quickly as you want, just add water on the object that you use to create the honeycomb and it will do the great effect that you want. Perfect. So as you can see, the next thing I did is a little bit of shading and coloring. So we're gonna start with yellow and then we're gonna fade it to a little light orange. And then we're gonna fade it to the actual color, like kind of like a terracotta brown yellowish color. And then we're gonna apply our foundation to kind of like made it looks like it comes through our eyes, if that makes sense. So yeah, really important. Take your time, no rush. But I know it looks a little bit crazy right now, but beware with foundation, it will all come together. Also, when I create looks like this, especially using prosthetics and like the edge of the prosthetics that I created, I love using sponges just because, like Beauty Blender especially, just because it gives more of a hairbrush looks and it actually looks more like, I don't know, the coverage makes it looks like it really comes from your eyes instead of just seeing the edge of the prosthetics, if that makes sense. Perfect. And then we're going back and adding a little bit of more terracotta, a little bit more orange, and then we're gonna go inside the hole that we created on the edge with the flour and the liquid latex, and we're gonna add a little bit more of depth. So adding shadows or alcohol activated paint just to make the holes look more like holes actually, and really more like honeycomb like and stuff. And then we're gonna add a little bit more yellow and just adding few touch-ups to make it look even more realistic. Also, when you create looks like this, just take your time, no rush. I believe this took 2 hours, maybe three, just because I applied the toilet paper, but I do not recommend this step. So I will say 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, 30 maybe. And it's really easy. It's just a long process when it comes to like detailing and painting the prosthetics and stuff like that. So so just keep in mind that it is really easy. It's just a lot of like coloring and painting, and yeah, it looks more difficult than it actually is. I think you just saw me approve my work, which usually don't happen that often, but I do feel like at this step it really looked like I had some kind of honeycomb thing in my eye, which is crazy. But yeah, so after that, we're gonna go with bronzer and a little bit of highlight and blush. And then the next thing that I did is I applied a nude lipstick. I really want the focus to be on my eye, so that's why I went with like a nude and a gloss. I'm gonna link the shade that I use down below, but you could go with like a black lip liner and make it like a ombre lip with like yellow. I also tried that, but I felt like it was more appropriate for like make it pop more with like the special effect thing. But as a Halloween costume, I will say I do believe that the black lip liner was more of a statement, and it definitely completes the look a little bit more in real life. And then me and Lacie really wanted to make this look a eco-friendly look, so I didn't buy any bees. I used the bees that I had at home. These ones are gifted, so they are real diamonds bees. So a little expensive props for this makeup, but I really feel like it makes a bigger statement. And like I said, we really wanted to be eco-friendly and use stuff that I had at home. So yeah, so these are Mary Kay Given. Um, and yeah, so just be careful when you pin that into your eyes and not pick it to your eyes, in your eyes, or anything like that. I really was careful, and I made the prosthetics on top of like a fake head, so it really put the shape of the eye in perspective. And so, I do wish that the bees that I put in the at the top was a little bit closer to my nose, kind of, because in pictures you would have seen it more, but in real life it does the job and it's really like perfection. So again, adding a few things and shading because I'm a perfectionist, and then we're gonna go in with some caramel. So this one is just a caramel that I have in my pantry that I never used it. I believe the expiring date is probably expired, so I threw it away after that. But I feel like in picture, caramel really looks a little bit more like honey. And like I said, we didn't want to buy anything new, only reusable stuff. Like most of my transformation, if you didn't know, are made with stuff I have at home. So anyway, you had caramel as much as you want. But I really do feel like it gives a statement like, oh my God. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. Make sure to leave a comment and let me know down below what kind of other transformation you want me to do. And yeah, I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye guys.